Good afternoon, actually, good evening, everyone. Today is Monday, March 6th, 2023. And as always, let's start off with a daily chart of the SPY or spiders, which is the proxy for the S&P 500. And once again, we are looking at that big trend line. What have we been saying that it was going to do? It was going to come back down and test this. If it wasn't going to break below and start closing candles below, well, look what happened. It's just been on a rampage up north. Now it did have a nice little pullback today, and one of my leading market indicators, or my market leading indicators, is the IWM, which is the small caps, the Russell 2000. And this was actually down about 1.5% on the day, as opposed to the SPY, which was about flat. Was rallying a bit into the day, and we had a short on the board that it was just really getting in there way too slow, and I've seen that game before, so we decided to just cut it at a break even. But nonetheless, when I saw the IWM showing relative weakness, I thought there was a good chance the SPY could probably follow suit later in the day, which was the thesis for the day trade short. In any event, this is a great market leading indicator for those of you who do not watch it. Please keep it up on your watch list. This, as well as the transports. So the IYT, as we, that's Italy. That's not what we want. There we go. So U.S. transportation ETF. So this as well is a great leading indicator of what the markets are doing or what they're going to do, what the SPY is going to do, what the NASDAQ is going to do. And this was also down about 0.8% on the day. So big important stuff, guys. I think that, again, this trend line is just something to keep an eye on. It's really the only thing to keep an eye on right now. As long as we're above, we're bullish. If we start breaking below, we are bearish. And again, just watch out for this consolidation, because I think that is what we are going to be seeing, is some consolidation here and probably some further upside. Because again, it's respecting this trend line, as you can expect, at least on the first hit. Now, if it comes back down, let's zoom in a little bit here. If it starts to come back down and does one of these, and then like starts to show some weakness there, well then that's not going to look too good. But for now, first hit, best hit. I wanted a spike of this trend line to buy some call options. I was literally about $1 away on the SPY from buying some nice call options, but I did not get filled. That's okay. We'll get them next time. Really quick, let's actually go into the day trading channel here. So we had a short on the board. We broke even on it today, but nonetheless, it was Monday. It turned out to be a bullish floater of a Monday. And here I am, 7:45 a.m., breaking down what's happening pre-market, what is looking like it's going to open at, and what's going to happen post opening bell here. So here you have the numbers. And as always, I had posted some lazy day trades. These did not get close to their numbers today, but I do want to show you one of them, which is FRO, to give you an example of what we're really looking for in these trades and why I don't really care if they don't hit their numbers, if none of them hit their numbers for a week. Because when they do hit their numbers, the probability of them working out is so high. So I will show you one of those today, even though none of them hit their numbers. Okay, so I did have a zone on the SPY, and originally my numbers in the early going would have been more correct than the numbers that I posted later on. But nonetheless, I said 406.50, and it's wrong above 407.50. Now, I'm going to show you the chart real quick and what ended up happening here. So this is the minute chart on the SPY. Now, I had taken the short at 406.50, and I'll show you the notes in detail in a second. But this is where I got filled on the short, and I took this off very quickly because I just did not like, and I posted this in the notes, don't worry, but I just did not like how it was getting into this because it was very slow. The volume was not really, participatory, and so I just did not like it. So I took the scalp off at about, what was it? 406.19. So it was about, I don't know, mind you, like 30 cents, which is okay. It's really not a base hit. It's really nothing. But I took half of the position off and I said in the notes, if this goes back up and it's going to go back up to 406.75, I'm okay just stopping out at break even because I just did not want to get caught and sucked up into 408 408.30, which was, let's show you the hourly chart here, which was this gap up here. Let me just show you there you go. So this gap kind of was staring me right in the face, 408.30, and I said, well, if it's going to be a bullish morning, I really don't feel like getting caught in a short all the way up there. So let's just take the scalp off. If we're right, then we get to ride this thing back down on the second half of the position down to about 405.50 to 406. And then we got a nice little trade there. But we got stopped out nonetheless. So no big deal. This is the 10-minute chart. And so originally in the morning, and I want to show you just the 407.50 level and where I'm getting these numbers from so you guys could start to see them as well. Now, let's go back into the live channel here. So I originally said it could be wrong above, or it would be wrong above 407.50 on candle closes. All right. So that ended up being correct, as you see in the chart here. It never touched, nor did it close a candle below 407.50. Now, let's go to the hourly here. 407.50 was this candle high over here. And that's where you're getting that from. So that was a breakdown. And as long as it's not getting above that, the trade will be right. Now, the problem was you had a gap up there, and usually markets will fill gaps. So the best short on the board was obviously 408.35. It was just so slow that I knew it wasn't going to get up there in the early going, but I just did not want to wait around. This is a morning business again. I just did not want to wait around in this kind of stupid action getting chopped up over lunch when I'm just trying to get a burger and go do other shit. Because we're supposed to be in and out of trades here, before 11:30, 11 a.m. I don't want to be looking at these screens past 11:30 a.m. at least half the time. Now, sometimes earnings season, we have such good levels on such good equities that you have to kind of stay around during the day, past 1 o'clock or what have you, and you really get a sweet trade on some of those lazy day trades. They'll hit their numbers later in the day, but that's earnings season, right? That's like 4 times out of the year. Your average day on SPY, I'm good. So I digress. This came in and I just got stopped out. If anyone had followed the original, not to go back on what I was recommending or saying, but if anyone had listened to the 407.50 and you guys looked at that and you said, "Oh, I see where he's getting that from," and you decided to do that, well, good for you, because the trade actually ended up working out extremely well. It's just not for me. So, but trader's choice, different things for everybody. If that was something you wanted, well, guess what? You had it right before the opening bell. You had these numbers at 8:30 a.m. And you had it all outlined right there. So where did I say? Here we go. So it's not a great short tape. And and after I had stopped out, she had started chopping near 407.50, which is about $1 or so out of the money on that short trade. So I'm glad I got stopped out of it. I don't care what it did the rest of the day. All right. So something to note, guys. Jerome Powell. We have a big event tomorrow. He's set to speak at the semi-annual monetary policy report to the Congress. That should be fun, and we should get some volatility with that. You don't know, you never know, but everything seems to be revolving around the jawboning of Congress these days. So we'll see what we get tomorrow. Um, we should have a good day of lazy day trades tomorrow. Let's see what we have. Just a heads up, most of these really work out during earnings season, which is about 4 times a year for about, I'd say, 40 or 50 days. We just came up on the end of that. So the next earnings season is in April. However, we just had two great lazy day trades hit their numbers on March 2nd, which was AEHR box. We got the 24th, which was ADSK and ADB E. So good stuff there, and we'll keep it going. If anyone has any questions, as always, please let me know. I am creating a beginner's course. I know that some people have asked me about that. Just how do you get started trading, like 101? I don't know anything, but this is something that I want to look at doing in the morning for extra income. Uh, I will certainly be making that. I did not get around to finishing it this weekend, and so be on the lookout for that. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for following along, and I'll see you on the charts. Take care.